The Russinize Your Day show is brought to you by Lori Tornga, a realtor with Wykert Realtors in West Michigan. Give her a call, 616-299-9479. Lori Tornga with Wykert Realtors. Let her know you heard about her right here on the Russinize Your Day show. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Russinize Your Day show. It's the last show of the week, and as usual, I'm here with you, Russ, and also here with you
is Brent. I'm sitting in for myself.
Well, somebody had to. Yep. So very rarely do we actually get you to show up. So It's nice that you're sitting in for yourself today. So thanks for joining us, Brent.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's a real pleasure. Real pleasure to have you on board and on the show.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, well, it was a tough one. We had to take a Twitter poll to see if we were going to let you back or not, but it's 51-49. So real close. Yeah. Razor thin.
I'm glad they wanted me back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here because of you.
Yeah,
the audience.
Thanks a lot, audience. It's all their fault.
Always blaming somebody.
It's the end of the week, and this is our typical polls episode. The second to the last one before the Iowa caucuses on Monday. We will have an episode on Monday for you. We will take one more examination of the polls over the weekend and see where our candidates are positioned going into the actual caucus, and then Tuesday we'll bring you the follow-up of the caucus episode. Well, of the caucus in a new episode. Just combining everything.
That was a good mesh of everything.
We're just going to do everything to save time. We only do a 30-minute show. It's best just to cram it all into one and let it go. With sound effects. We do our own sound effects here, as regular listeners might know.
It's scary, but it must be done.
I think it's reassuring.
It gives the audience something. It's not some generic sound effects. It's us.
Yes.
All talent.
Yes. Last night, excuse me. I don't even know what day it is. Last night was the Republican debate. So, unfortunately, today... Wow. That's good.
Sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, today, in between Brent's coughing, we will not be bringing you coverage of the debate simply because this episode was recorded before the debate. I will be watching it, though, because at this point, Trump is supposed to be absent.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a degrading
experience.
Meshing those words together.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great...
to the Brentisms.
Yeah, it's going to be a great debate. Not because Trump won't be there, but because something might actually get talked about.
You mean like real things? Real issues we're facing?
Yeah, like policies and stuff like that.
Oh, and that weird stuff.
Yeah. Things that might matter when you get into the Oval Office.
Things that are important for presidential candidates.
Exactly.
Now, it should be noted, Trump is skipping. At least that's at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls a Hillary Clinton and walks on stage a minute into somebody's answer and sorry.
Yeah. Actually, he probably wouldn't even say sorry. He'd walk out on stage with, like Richard Nixon coming off the plane with his peace fingers up. I'm here. Nobody cares. You're interrupting, number one. It's an hour into the debate, number two.
That's yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. That's totally within the bounds of his persona.
Yeah. You know, he would have somebody fired too. Like, where's my podium? Why don't you have a podium for me?
Yeah.
Do you know how this mic sounds? It sounds like crap. Where's my podium?
Mike Huckabee, another candidate who's not allowed on the main stage debate, he offered to take Trump's face on the stage. However, instead now he and Rick Santorum plan to attend Donald Trump's event for veterans that he's holding during the Fox News debate.
Yes, because nothing is so heartfelt than raising money for veterans because you don't like...
Because Megyn Kelly was mean to me.
Yeah, because you don't like one of the... what are they called? Moderators. There we go. Got it.
You did get it. Good job. Interesting you bring that up because a couple veterans organizations are actually accusing Donald Trump of using veterans, this from The Blaze, using veterans as pawns in his current fight with Fox News.
Nothing like a little pandering.
Yeah, there you go.
Goodness, why can't I get any?
You worked it out.
I'm having some troubles with some words today.
Did you see? And I kind of want to check this before I go running with this information because it hasn't been verified.
Oh, okay.
But it was a picture of how much Trump has donated to veterans organizations compared to how much he's given to candidates and Democrats specifically, but also anti-Tea Party Republicans.
I have not
how
seen
much he's given to them. We've got something here from the Weekly Standard, the Federalist. Let's see here. From the Weekly Standard, Donald Trump says he's skipping the final debate before the Iowa caucuses on Thursday night because he's upset with Fox News and debate moderator Megyn Kelly, who is unfair to him. You don't hear, the funny thing is, you don't hear Cruz complaining about the unfair questions he's been asked by Megyn Kelly. Because wasn't there a time in one of the debates where Megyn Kelly asked him, so you hear God talk to you, huh?
I actually believe so. It's either God or Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, one of the and you don't hear Cruz whining about it at every turn.
No, well, not only that, but you don't hear really any of the candidates whining about the questions that they've gotten from moderators throughout all the debates that they've had. So that's just kind of weird. But.
So he's now raising money for Wounded Warrior. Emily Canal of Forbes reported in October that Donald J. Trump Foundation has donated $5.5 million to 298 charities between 2009 and 2013. According to the nonprofit's 990 tax forms from those years, of that, only $57,000 has been donated to 7 organizations that directly benefit military veterans or their families. This is what Forbes discovered. Wounded Warriors was not among those organizations.
So what 10% of all his donations has gone to the military?
Oh no, that would be...
No, that would be
that would be like what 1%?
Yeah,
that'd be 1%.
Yeah,
went to veterans organizations. $57,000
out of $5.5 million.
So yeah, overall he donated $5.5 million over 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's roughly $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Extra. Math isn't my strong point, so it's in the $1 to $2 million range a year. Yeah. If you break it up that way. But that's to 298 charities.
Which is great. I mean, if you have the money.
That is good. But here we have him making such a big deal now that he's running for office about doing this event for veterans. Yet in the past, $57,000 has been donated, spread across 7 organizations, for military veterans. None of those being Wounded Warriors, which I would argue is probably one of the better known.
Yes.
So the question in my mind is this a political stunt? That comes to about 57,000 spread over 7 organizations comes to about 8,143 per organization.
And you're not good at math.
Well, that's the wonderful thing of calculators.
I was trying to give you credit.
And but I can't. Okay. I can't take the undue credit.
Okay.
I don't care if people know I'm terrible at math. And this goes into what I was just talking about, that these veterans organizations are claiming that Trump is just using veterans as pawns in his fight with Fox News. And it actually kind of looks that way.
It does, and it's actually very sad because veterans, among all the people in the United States, veterans should not be used as pawns.
And the problem is they're already mistreated by the Veterans Administration that's supposed to be taking care of them.
Exactly. I mean, they're on waiting lists at the VA.
We have dying. Veterans, dying. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
No, it's okay. Yeah, veterans are dying on waiting lists, getting notifications that it's okay to come in years after they've been dead, and now Donald Trump wants to get on stage and say, "I'm going to raise money for you." No, raise money for the veterans before you start running for the presidency.
Well, and here's the thing too. Back during the CNN debate, he told CNN to donate all the revenue to Wounded Warriors. This isn't the first time he's tried this stunt. The first time it didn't go because he went to the debate and CNN. To make this as outrageous, to make these demands as outrageous, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really find it difficult to. Okay, giving money to the veterans is awesome. I am a veteran. I think it's a great cause. However, to use them as a pawn, get off the stage.
Yeah.
Veterans as a whole, the military as a whole, deserves a lot more respect than that Mr. Trump.
And it definitely appears that he is using them as a pawn in his feud with Fox News and Megyn Kelly specifically. Now, interesting, back in 2011.
That's too far back.
Right, he's changed since then, I'm sure. Back in 2011, he had a really different tune that he was singing. He was singing a different song. Because now skipping the debate, that's cool.
Yeah, that's...
Back in 2011, he wasn't so sure. Here he is with his nemesis discussing, of all things, GOP debates. It would help if the volume's up. Every damn time.
On this debate that's coming up that you're going to moderate for Newsmax with Newsmax. So far, only Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum have agreed.
We're not seeing a lot of courage here, are we?
Not so far.
Not lots of courage.
Are you
these
still
Republicans,
going to do it?
They're supposed to be brave.
Do you really?
Now, so you're not seeing a lot of courage here in the terms of Donald Trump. For these Republicans not going to show up to the debate he was going to moderate. Now all of a sudden it takes a lot of courage to skip the debate.
Yeah. I mean, it's because it's him.
Yes, it is. It does seem to revolve. Well, as we've learned, the world of Donald Trump revolves around Donald Trump.
Right. So him skipping the debate tonight is not, he's not lacking courage or anything. He's making a stand.
He's showing courage. But even more so, we have a little bit more of this clip. Interesting things he says about Megyn Kelly to Megyn Kelly. Let's take a listen.
Do you really think that you're a better moderator than I am?
No, I could never beat you. That wouldn't even be close. There would be no contest. You have done a great job, by the way, and I mean it.
Thank you. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Good.
Oh, I'm glad we cleared that up.
I have no words. How do people sit there, look at him, and excuse everything he says?
Well, he's playing a different game.
What game?
He's in the game, but he's not following the rules.
But he's not.
He's setting a new precedent for running for president.
Okay, what does any of that mean?
I don't know. I was just accidentally read some of Rush's stuff. Got me all confused.
It will tend to do that to you.
I wasn't quite sure what he was trying to say. He's playing a different game. Okay, what game? No, he's not following the rules. Well, then isn't he a rule breaker? Bah. Who cares, right? Who cares? We got a rule breaker right now. Nobody cares. It's funny because all these guys are talking about Donald Trump, and even like I don't want to give away too many names, but these guys are talking about Donald Trump, and they're trying to excuse what he's been saying, like he would tax the rich a lot more to get $6 trillion to start paying off the national debt. And of course he would do that with regulation and everything. But that is socialism and people are scared of it. And, he wants to keep Obamacare and the way, I'm sorry. He doesn't want to keep Obamacare. What he wants to do is make the government pay your health care. And, he said that, in the first debate, but he said it over the years as well. And he wants the government to pay for it, but that's also socialism. It's not, even if he was an established Republican, it's not even really in the Republican mindset.
Yeah, people seem not to care. Well, that could be different once the Iowa caucus comes around. And as you point out earlier, Donald Trump needs to win the Iowa caucus to hold up the claim that he is the front runner. Because right now, as we'll get into here very quickly with the polls, he leads. But if he doesn't win Iowa, it begins to crack.
Yeah.
On if he's really the leader or not. I do just want to add one more thing to the Trump veterans thing.
Okay.
He set up a website, Donald Trump for Vets, because it's about the vets, right?
Yep.
That's why he leads off with Donald Trump for Vets. All the proceeds, when you're donating to this, it goes to the Donald Trump Foundation.
Scandalous. Somebody else has
That's where you donate to.
Yeah. Somebody else has a foundation that people can donate to.
Including Donald Trump. I assume we're talking about the Clinton Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, Donald Trump is a big fan of that. He's donated probably more money to them than he has to veterans organizations over the years.
As a collective,
yeah. So there you go, folks. Have fun with that. Yeah, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth here. On to the 2016 presidential primaries. In the national GOP field, Donald Trump leads 15.6. That's a slight dip in the Real Clear Politics polling average. He leads Ted Cruz, who's in second place, followed by Rubio and Carson. Across the board, Carson's holding down fourth place. We've really seen it shift out now. I think this is how we'll see it stay between now and Iowa, and then that'll really dictate how it goes going forward. It's really set with Trump first, Cruz second, Rubio third, Carson fourth, and then everybody else down the line.
Yeah. I really wish that we'd see Fiorina right behind Carson, because
so do I. She's really good.
Yes,
I mean, she's very. I would easily be able to vote for her. Again, though, she's not my first choice because there are some things that I've been a little iffy on with her on several of her stances. But with her, I don't think she's lying to me like Donald Trump is.
Right.
And I can actually document that Donald Trump is lying to me. So there's that. On the Democrat side, nationally, Hillary Clinton leads Bernie Sanders 15.3.
And I apologize. I know I point this out every single poll, but this woman...
You want to point out where Martin O'Malley is, right? 2.2.
Yeah.
He's gaining.
He's staying the same.
It's really close.
Well...
He's right up there.
He's
right up there.
The thought is right there. But it's funny because Clinton had a 50, 60-point lead when this all began, and now she's down to a 15.3.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the national poll. Really, that's not a huge deal at the moment.
Right. No, it's not.
But she does lead in all the polls they have listed here. ABC News, Washington Post, CNN, ORC. Apparently the orcs get in on this poll a little bit. They like to know. Middle Earth, of course, is a territory of the United States, so they cast their votes for president. Fox News, Monmouth, NBC News, Wall Street Journal, and CBS New York Times. Things have gotten so hard now, two groups had to come together to do the polls to be able to afford to do it. So, thanks, Obama. But, so yeah, she leads all of them anywhere. She's got a spread of poor choice of words when I tell you about her. Anywhere from 7 to 25. So, kind of just everywhere in between.
Everywhere in between the spread?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when we break it down here, go to Iowa. Let's take a look at Iowa. Trump has solidified his lead there with he leads 6.8, and he now leads in every poll. Which 6.8 though.
I think it's going to be a tooth and nail fight in Iowa.
Yeah, when you really break it down, it's neck and neck, and so I don't honestly know how this is going to go. We could also see somebody else win it. I mean, you could see somebody get so frustrated with the goings-on with Cruz and Trump that they go for Rubio or they go for Carson.
Right. And, I mean, that would be a huge upset, I think, for both Trump and Cruz. But, I think the drama between them could hurt them.
Mm-hmm. It could just turn people off altogether.
Right.
I don't necessarily know so much if that'll happen in the caucus, because that's usually where you see the diehards get in there and cast their vote. This isn't just a general primary where you and I go to the polls and cast our votes. These are the party people.
Yeah. These are. I hope they bring the glow sticks.
Welcome to that's a staple at the Iowa caucuses.
Yes.
Those evangelicals, they like to party hard.
Yes, the Bibles light up.
Woot woot. Yeah, it's a good time at the Iowa caucuses. So for now on the Real Clear Politics, it is really neck and neck between Trump and Cruz. Again, somebody other than Trump really has to win to cast any doubt over Donald Trump. I know I've heard a lot of people talking about lately. They talk about the fact that generally the person who wins the Iowa caucus doesn't necessarily go on to win the nomination. Reagan, they keep comparing Trump to Reagan again because he's Reagan skipped a debate. But he did go on to lose Iowa, even though he went on to win the nomination. I'm just saying. This is a different scenario, though, because Trump has built up this picture that he's the eventual nominee. If any of that changes, if he loses the first state off the bat, that's going to cast huge doubt over the rest of the race because people aren't going to see him as inevitable anymore. And people who might have said, well, Cruz can't win. If it's Cruz who wins Iowa, people are going to flock to him. If it's Carson, if it's Rubio, if anybody but Trump wins Iowa, that person's going to get a huge shift to them as people start seeing them as the viable. Look what happened with Rick Santorum in 2012. He didn't win the nomination, but he wasn't the original alternative. It was supposed to be Newt Gingrich was the quote-unquote conservative alternative, but Rick Santorum came out of the gate in Iowa winning and went on to be the top challenger for Mitt Romney.
Yeah, the momentum can switch really quick.
Real quick. When we look at the Democrats, since they will be caucusing in Iowa on Monday as well, we see Clinton in Iowa leading Sanders 2.1. That is also going to be an incredibly close race. Clinton, again, she needs to win Iowa.
She does.
If she has any hope of really locking this thing down. With Sanders presenting such an unexpected challenge, she needs to really come out of the gate with a win. Like I said, both the front runners of both parties need to come out with a win.
Yes, they do. And it's funny because both of the front runners think that they have it in the bag already.
Yeah.
Like the nomination, they are the number one choice.
Yep.
Ego much? Oh, much too much.
Much too much. So then going into New Hampshire, which will be the first primary, that is Trump leads 19.1. It's a dip for him as we go into this, followed by Cruz, Kasich in third, and Rubio in fourth.
Kasich in a close third, too.
Yeah, it is. He's 0.5 points behind Cruz. But I would say that's more amazing for Cruz being up in second, because New Hampshire is not generally the place you find the conservative candidate winning.
Yeah, that is definitely probably more on Cruz than more spectacular for Cruz than Kasich.
I mean, it's still spectacular that Kasich is up to third. I mean,
that's true.
That doesn't make any sense.
Must be a lot of mailmans.
Yeah,
out in New Hampshire.
On the Democrat side, Sanders leads Clinton by 14.3. He's done nothing but go up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what's really funny is the two front runners really don't have any ideas. They don't really have any man, what my words. I'm losing my words today. They don't really bring anything different to the table. Everybody's like, well, yeah, does Trump does? No, he doesn't.
No.
He wants to make deals. Oh, so does the establishment.
Yeah, not just make deals with the Democrats and the establishment Republicans. Many of the establishment now is coming out to back Donald Trump.
Right. So the two front runners really aren't giving people a ton of different, a different perspective. Cruz does. Sanders definitely does.
Yep.
I mean, his economics might be a little off, but he still is bringing something a little bit different than what.
Well, he is bringing an honesty that you generally don't see.
Right. Well, yeah, and so is Cruz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just these guys are bringing an honesty, and you have Trump and Clinton out there, pandering to whoever
will listen.
Yeah, pretty much whoever will listen. I mean, Clinton has been known to change her accent. Trump will wave a Bible and or throw a benefit for wounded warriors.
And just to make sure he has his Bible, he says, I got my Bible here. It's not enough that he carries it around. He's that guy in that book he's always holding who goes out into the square and prays loudly for everybody to hear him.
Well, he doesn't pray. He doesn't have to ask for forgiveness.
No, he doesn't. That was just exampling there.
Well, I don't want to get anybody confused.
No, and I appreciate you pointing that out. It should be noted that no, well, that's the thing. He doesn't know what's in it, so he wouldn't know the story if I told it to him.
I mean, he does know that 2 Corinthians is in there. 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians.
I hear they walked into a bar. So now in South Carolina, we've got Trump leads 16.3. Cruz in second, Rubio third, Bush fourth, Carson is in fifth. On the Democrat side in South Carolina, Hillary Clinton leads 29.5 over Sanders. Martin O'Malley, though, pulling up the rear there with 1 point. 1 point.
Good job, O'Malley. Good job.
That's my guy.
He's going to be the upset candidate.
He's the dark horse.
He is.
I predict O'Malley takes it all. I want to before we're running out of time here, but there's some prominent reality TV stars who have endorsed candidates. Okay. Donald Trump endorsed himself. For Marco Rubio pulled a pretty impressive one. What's his name? Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. So he supports Rubio. He'll be appearing in an ad for him. Senator Ted Cruz, he's got the endorsement of Duck Dynasty patriarch Phil Robertson.
Okay, know him.
And then Hillary Clinton, she's got the endorsement of Kim Kardashian and Kanye Kardashian. So, or is it Kanye West Kardashian? I don't know.
He might have a hyphen in there.
But they took a selfie together, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but I wish they would have showed more of Kim instead of all of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that's creepy.
That one's a little much. Folks,
Yeah.
we're at the end of the episode today. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Russinize Your Day Show. I'm Russ.
And I'm Brent.
And get in touch with us, Russinize at whirlwindmedia.com. Check us out on Twitter at Russinized, Russinized. And check out at Whirlwind Media. You can, Russinize Your Day now will direct you to Whirlwind Media. So if you're used to going there, you can just keep typing in russinizeyourday.com. And soon it'll transport you over to Whirlwind Media. But check it out. That's where all the episodes are posted. Thanks for listening and have a great week. And we'll be back Monday with an all-new episode of the Russinize Your Day Show.